And deep in dear meant forever more. Dun, dun, dun. Welcome to Africa in Miniature. Yes, this small program where we talk about every and anything that has to do with our politics, okay? So this is where we come to discuss our politics. We want to know what is happening, and what do? I just go out there, I look for information. I'm on X, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, trying to find those people who are talking about what is happening, how October 2025 is going to be in Cameroon. And hey, a big shout out to my Cameroon political news blog, Mimi Mefo Info. Thank you so much, Mimi Mefo. It's thanks to you that I know everything that I know about our politics, and I do appreciate that a lot. You're doing an amazing job, and girl, keep going. Kudos to you and your team, and we do appreciate you so much for all the work you do to bring this information to us. So today I want us to talk a little bit, again, this is just an analysis. I encourage you to go watch the full video on Mimi Mefo Info, and also I think the program, she calls it Road to A2D. Please go check it out. It is amazing. But in this short video today, as we do this analysis, I want us to talk about Issa Tchiroma Bakari, His Excellency Issa Tchiroma Bakari. So yes, Mimi Mefo interviewed Issa Tchiroma Bakari. If you're a Cameroonian, if you were born in the 80s, so maybe before the 80s even, you probably know this name. This is a household name in Cameroon. We grew up knowing this name. This guy has been minister. I think he's been 3 different ministers. I bet there is Minister of Transport. He's been Minister of Transport. He's been Minister of Education, and he's been Minister of something. There's another minister, if you remember, please put it in the comment section. And so this is somebody that has worked with the ruling government for a long time, and he decided to break away from them. He detached himself from the ruling government, and he now has his own party. I think he's had his party for a long time. It's not a new party, the National Salvation Front. So that is Issa Tchiroma's party. That's the party he's running with, and that's the party that's one of the opposition parties in Cameroon that is in for the elections. Interestingly, when he was chatting with Mimi, Mimi asked him about him being stopped from going out of the country, and he explained that he was going out to he wanted to talk to the diasporans because he believes that Cameroonians in the diaspora are a key factor when it comes to what Cameroon is. He wanted to encourage Cameroonians in the diaspora not to lose their heritage, to encourage them to have hope that our country will be back again, right? So he narrated all of that. He got to the airport and some commissioner stopped him there, and he decided not to fight them. I don't know how he was going to fight them, but he decided to listen to a bite to them, and he went back home. And so just listen to it. I truly, truly love how Mimi puts her questions and how direct her questions are. So if you have any doubts about how these political conversations go, please go and check out Mimi Mefo's page. I just love how direct she is with her questions, and she hits the questions like he hits the nail right there. Like, please just give me the answer. So I really enjoy it. It's about 1 hour 45 minutes, but a very engaging conversation. So I listened to it all. And also he responded to a question about, you guys remember a while ago, he had come out and the government of Cameroon came and claimed that there was no Anglophone problem. And this is where so many Anglophones have a problem with him. So many Anglophones are pissed with him because he's the one who came out and made that statement. And so today, he has apologized to Anglophones, and he says, I don't want to say claim, but he says, because it is what he said, okay? These were his words. He said that what he did was based on the information that he was given. And because he reports to the government, he reports to the ruling government, he had to read what was given to him. And so he acknowledges today that there is an Anglophone problem. He did list ways that he was going to resolve this problem if he is voted as president of the country, but he made it clear that whatever he said then did not come from him. It's a communique that has been written, and he, being the spokesperson of the president, he had to read it out, right? So it was not his original thought. It's something that he read. So paysans, not paysans. So Anglophone Cameroonians, English-speaking Cameroonians, if you find that apology worthy enough, then forgive the papa. That is what he said, that it was not his original, it was not his true feeling. It's something that he was told to read. And I bet we've seen this even in places. We've seen this even with Pam Bondi, yeah, the Epstein files, and all of those kinds of things, and what was said and what was actually done. It is political. But he apologized for that. Mimi Mefo called him right up to him. Oh my God. Mimi, you are amazing. She did not mince her words. She called it out and like, hey, this is what people think. And what do you have to say about that? If you were to apologize, what will you say? And truly, the guy was so humble. Hey, before I even go forward, I must commend this guy's English. He speaks good English. I was impressed. I cannot remember the last time I sat and listened to a minister in Cameroon talk. Because from what he has told us now, most of the times, they are not saying the things that will help us Cameroonians. They're just saying what has been written out to fit their different whatever that they're working on, right? It's not for us. So it was very impressive to just listen to him speak in English. I truly enjoyed how he articulated in English. Yeah, kudos to you, Mr. Tchiroma. I'm proud of you, okay? I don't know, I cannot speak French as well as you speak English, so I give you your flowers. Thank you. That's one thing that you beat your current president with. Your English is, I must give you flowers. Your English is impeccable. Yeah, so they talked about that. He also talked about, Mimi asked him about what his first step would be. The first thing he talked about revising the constitution so that people can have free speech, you know, when we say land of promise, that we'll have free speech in Cameroon. Would that happen? You can only talk like me like this. If you want to go too deep and talk about things that how express, now you know, Africa in miniature. But yes, he said he was going to revise that. He's going to see how he can, again, not see how, that if when we vote him as president, he's going to revise the constitution. We're going to have freedom of speech. He talked about vocational training, which is, I think that's one of the things that really resonated with me. He talked about educational system, which is true. It's a fact, right? There is a lot of emphasis on general education in Cameroon. And one of the best things that can happen in Cameroon is if we can go more skill-based. If you listen to me on other platforms where I talk, you will hear I'd like to emphasize the importance of learning a skill, especially the children that are going to college. The importance of not just going to learn some theoretical thing. Please go learn a skill-based, go get skill-based education. Learn how to do something. So about after 3-4 years, you can actually do something. You don't just have theories in your head. So yes, he emphasized that when we vote him as president, he's going to put more emphasis. He's going to make sure that there is more, we put more strength and power for insights, vocational education more than the general education where plenty of willing and time will be grow. And I think that was a good thing. Mimi went forward to ask him about coalition. There is a lot of details that he gave in that. So please, if you want to know the details, you want to hear everything, go and check out that video, the interview Mimi had with Issa Tchiroma. Just another highlight is he talked about the coalition. Go and get the details he said about coalition, but he sounded like he's not bashing coalition like we've heard some other political parties do. He's not like, nope, there is no possibility of coalition. I am the boss. Come here if you want to coalesce. Coalesce is the word, right? Coalition, coalesce. Come to me. No. He didn't do that. He was more open to it. He just go and listen to it and understand it in your own way. But he didn't mention the fact that he was not happy when Maurice Kamto was rejected as a presidential candidate. His party rejected. He thinks that was not fair, and so I think he protested against it, which is good. I hope that the Maurice Kamto, because I know Maurice Kamto has a huge following too. So maybe he's saying this because he wants all Maurice Kamto fans and supporters to gather behind him and support him. Who knows? These are politicians. Go listen to him. Do your own due diligence. If he abides, if you agree with the things he says, vote for him, okay? Do your own personal diligence. But I do think that in general, it was a great conversation. Mimi, you know the former hand, Mami. You know the former hand, and I appreciate that a lot. I just love to listen to you talk to these guys. It was just amazing. One of the things that Issa Tchiroma said to us how he learned English. He said he learned English in prison. In 1984, he was sent to prison after the coup d'etat. in Cameroon, paysans, if you remember your Cameroon history, remember the 1984 coup d'etat, right? He was sent to prison after that because he said he was on the wrong side of things. So while there, he was in prison for 6 years. So he learned English on his own, and that is impressive, right? You see, good use of your time. Remember, in 1984, Issa Tchiroma was making good use of his time learning English. Today, we are sitting here being on the internet, day in, day out. We are not learning anything. And his English is serving him, because I wouldn't lie to you. If you're an Anglophone and you listen to Issa Tchiroma talk, you'll be impressed. That's the truth. I'm truly impressed with him. But the one thing I have to say is that they have to stop going to France. Because at this point, I don't even trust France. I have never trusted France. I've never trusted France. Cameroon, you put it to Issa Tchiroma. I hear you say you went to France to go to school. No more France. One of the things they have to promise us is that you're going to run Cameroon, and it is not going to be dependent on France, because you see the Macron, for so many reasons, I don't trust them. Let me not go into the details. But yes, so it's really a good interview. It's one of those that I've sat and listened to, and I was impressed. It even pushed me into making this short analysis, just to encourage you to go check it out. We have to listen to these guys, right? And platforms like Mimi Mefo's platform, they are giving us the opportunity to hear them out, asking them those questions, hitting the nail on the head, right? Let them tell us the things. What would you do? Mimi asked him those questions like, hey, what will you do better? This is somebody that you've worked for so many years. Now you want us to vote you as our president. What are you going to do differently? So those are some of the questions that Mimi asked, and he did his best in expressing himself, in saying what he's going to do. And yeah, let's see what he has for us. And about First Lady, he did say that he is a married man, 3 kids, I think 6 grandchildren, if I didn't get that wrong. And yeah, he loves to meditate. At some point, he said he likes to transcend. I'm like, Papa, transcends into the next world to go and get... Yeah, but he loves to meditate. It's good. I truly want to know this much about all of our political candidates. Again, it's a lot of people, right? It's like, what, 12 people? I cannot wait for some of them to coalesce so that we can have less candidates. You know, the fewer people we have, the more we can do deep dives into their lives and get to know them more. But 12 people, that's a lot. I can't wait to see how many more will merge with others and what will happen. So yes, this is all what I wanted to talk about today. I just listened to Mimi Mefo. I was inspired, because these are the kinds of things I go looking for, to learn more about our politics, to hear from the horse's own mouth. And listening to Issa Tchiroma Bakari today was one of those things, right? One of those days that you really get information from the person, from the horse's own mouth. So I give a big shout out to you, Mimi Mefo, and your team. And to round things up, Issa Tchiroma Bakari promised Mimi Mefo and her team, the MMI team, that when he becomes president, they will be the ones. He's going to grant them his first presidential interview. So all of us, all of us that you're watching this, and those of you who are going to watch Mimi's interview, we are going to stand and testify that yes, you promised this. And he even went ahead to say that he's going to invite them to the inauguration. So yes, MMI team, get ready, okay? You're all going to Cameroon to go sit down there and talk to our president-elect, Issa Tchiroma Bakari. Yep, that was it for today. I hope to see many more interviews like this. I've watched a couple, but again, there are specific ones that catch my interest, that make me want to talk about them. And this was one of them. I'm going to listen to the other ones that are on there. If I have any thoughts, you're going to find them on Africa in Miniature. Because yes, that is our country, Le Continent. And that is what this platform is called, Africa in Miniature. Is it a blessing? Is it a curse? You and I, we don't know. And deep in there, meant forevermore. Dun, dun, dun. Bye-bye.